Oh, even though they made many changes, is Radio Free Album because they understood what they were working with. And their changes were simply to make it fit the format of film and the time frame, that the movie would run. It had to get done in a little over an hour. And it has the pink beam. And the satellite, it's really a lot like Phil's visions, the way he described them. But you need to keep in mind that Phil exaggerated, embellished, and made stuff up. But there is a real experience underneath all that. Real things happen to him. Wow.
Is there anything particular that you want to share with us about what really was and what was more embellished on?
Well, let's see. He made out that our son's hernia was an immediate emergency and we had to rush him to the hospital. No, that wasn't it at all. First, he went to see the doctor, got referred to a specialist, and the specialist said, well, he has to be at least 14 months old before we can do the surgery for a hernia. But don't let him cry, because that could cause the hernia to get strangulated, and that could kill him. So from about August or September all the way to the next, it was either January or February, we could not let the baby cry. I got no sleep, and our baby got spoiled.
How old's the baby now?
Well, he's a grown man in his 40s, and he's doing quite well. I have a granddaughter who's all grown up.
Wow. Well, how many children did he have altogether? You said he had 5 wives and none of them ever married. I guess that speaks highly of him anyway. Nobody could meet his level of imagination.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Phil? For a minute, I thought you meant my son. No, Phil had 3 children, each one with a different mother. Anne was Laura's mother, and Nancy is Issa's mother. He always wanted a son, and that's what he got with me. So I guess I gave him
Junior? Did you name him Junior?
No, Christopher.
And his last name is Dick?
Of course. People have trouble with our last name. They want to call me Mrs. Tessa. So I just tell them I'm married one. Then they chuckle, and then they can handle it.
Oh, okay, maybe it's hard to talk about because it took on other connotations.
I get censored in chat rooms. I have to get creative with my last name.
Okay.
Because they think it's a cuss word.
I had no clue that was your phone number or anything, but I thought I recognized your voice. Let me see who this is real quick. 520, you're live and on the air, the last half of TJMRCT Radio with Tessa Dick. Who's this?
Yeah, hello, this is Augie.
Augie, nice. This is Tessa Dick. Have you interviewed her? She's a great interviewee if you want to have her on your show. She's married to Philip K. Dick. Oh, my God, all of these movies. And she's a great speaker and good writer and good radio host. So Tessa, meet Augie Nost. Augie, introduce yourself to her.
Well, yeah, this is Augie, and I guess that's such a unique name that I hardly ever use my last name, but it works, kind of. So,
Hello there.
yeah, I do a couple of radio shows, so yeah, that sounds interesting. I haven't. I just found my invitation here to call in, and I don't really know what you guys are talking about, but so far I've heard what is interesting.
Philip K. Dick, movies, Minority Report. I don't know. Augie may not see movies or know the books, but Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sharon Stone, Blade Runner, which reshaped all of us in sci-fi land. Blade Runner, affected so many people. Not Terms of Endearment, Minority Report, but help me out here, Tessa. What's the one with the God in it? Adjustment Bureau, and then the short stories. Help Augie. She is one of the most.
Paycheck.
Go ahead.
Screamers.
Uh-huh.
Oh, now I'm blanking. There's a remake of Total Recall. Oh, Radio Free Albemarle, of course.
Okay, yeah, I've seen most of those movies that you mentioned. They're big time movies. They were very interesting. And of course, I am a Star Trek fan. So anytime that there's something with spacecrafts in it, I feel like home.
Oh well, Phil was not a Trekker. I was at one time, but they've stretched out the franchise to the point where it's like, oh no, not another spin-off.
Yeah.
I love my Star Trekkers and my Star Warriors too, and I've got a Facebook for all my Star Trekkers and Star Warriors out there. So, folks, we've been joined by Augie Nost. I'm going to spell his name for you: AAGE space NOST. Augie Nost. He's from Norway, but I believe he's an American citizen now in Tucson, and he's been on radio for a long time, and he was a pilot, and he's spent many years helping other people, and he loves to do think tanks, and he's written books, and they haven't been made a movie yet, but he's still alive. So he's one of our age groups, sitting right there. And so he's seen the movies. That's great, Augie. I have more faith in you now, and I didn't know you were a Star Trekker either. So, Tessa, I'm still learning about Augie. He's a friend of Amad's. They were both announced a radio host over at Revolution Radio. I think you've been on my show, Cosmos Connection on Revolution, before a few times, too.
Yeah.
But, we'll have Augie interview you, maybe. Augie, make sure she gets over on the one in Germany, if you don't mind. You could do that, right? Arrange it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We
good.
could probably do that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure you've got her phone number.
English. I used to be fluent in German, but I've forgotten too much.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I went to college to learn German so I could understand what Phil was saying when he didn't want me to know what he was saying.
Yeah. It always starts there, They always learn the good words first, and then you learn the language.
Uh-huh. Well, I know a few mild cuss words.
Yeah.
One question. Does Frauenzimmer really mean prostitute?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say again?
Okay, Phil said that Frauenzimmer meant prostitute. Was that correct?
No,
Slang.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so, but I'm not so sure of the word either. So.
Well, it's like Frau, Frauen, women,
woman,
Zimmer, room. Yeah, I think he was wrong, but he insisted.
Yeah, That's could be, but I guess I never walked in those circles where we used that word, possibly.
Well, I can say cursed and I don't want to say it in English or German, but danged. But I don't know a lot of slang.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd be happy to be on a show if you're on Facebook. Send me a friend request.
Yeah. I guess a lot of the slang words, we'll leave them alone because this is a family show, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I don't cuss on Facebook either.
Well, it has its place. There is more and more competition out there, and Facebook needs some competition because they have become a little big-headed about what they do. And Facebook is going to have some hard times, not probably this year, but the coming year they are going to, I see some lawsuits basically getting close to bankrupting them, and probably that's a good thing.
Yeah, too much censorship.
Yeah, they need to be jacked up a little bit.
I do cuss when I'm all by myself and the computer won't do what I want.
Yeah.
But not in public.
That happens.
Yes. Oh,
yep.
Wow. Anyway, Phil was amazing. He was impossible to live with, but I'm also impossible to live with.
Well, you're using the word impossible, and that is one word that you're going to be very careful with, because chances are that the impossible today becomes very possible tomorrow.
Well, that's an idiomatic American expression.
Yeah, I
know. It doesn't literally mean impossible. It just means he was very frustrating.
That can happen.
He worked at home. And when people came to visit, they never said, gee, Phil is a lousy housekeeper. Or Phil is a bad cook. Or why doesn't Phil clean the cat's litter box? It all fell on me, and I had a little baby to raise. He was Daddy's boy, but I did the hard work.
That's a full-time job.
Right. My son's first words were not mama. His first word was Dada.
Oh.
Daddy's boy. Yeah. He looks a lot like his father, too.
Yeah,
very much like him. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing, because think of what would happen to him if he looked like you.
Oh, he'd be gorgeous.
Yeah, but I'm thinking a boy looking like a girl, that could be tough in school.
True. Oh, and I was a redhead. When I was young, I had red hair. Now it's kind of brown and gray.
No, but red hair is classy.
Yep. Well, I'm mostly Scottish.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of Irish and some Welsh and some Viking. Those Norman French who invaded England a long time ago.
Yeah. The Norman
They weren't-
conquest in 1066.
Yeah, well, they